my first day at Manor College was September 5th, 2017, and I had one course that day. That's where I met Mary Sims, another person I'm very uh Professor Mary Sims, someone I'm very connected with. I took legal environment and business, still probably one of my favorite courses I ever took there. And I remember I knew that I belonged there from that first class because I remember I went up and I just thought she was such a nice teacher. I remember after that I would go, I thanked her for the class. I was like I was so inspired, and it was such a small class. I knew everybody's name. I met some very good people, and I'm like, man, after day one, I really thought I belonged here. But still, I don't think anyone would have recognized the Will Rodebaugh from the first year to the second. The first year I was still like I always found myself as a very extroverted person who loved talking to people, but I have not been in an in class environment since 2012. So it was kind of all like I was restarting. I was homeschooled for a lot of my years. It was definitely the best way to learn. I'm autistic, so I thought so so like homeschooling was very helpful for me, but then I realized that I was extroverted. And then at the same time, I saw the workload and I'm like, okay, let's just, so I'm kind of mapping this out of myself because I'm a very planned learner, like I'm very organized. So I'm like, let's see. So how about this first semester? I won't join any clubs, but I'll just be really set on school and we'll see how it goes. It went well and everything, but I didn't realize like how short the classes were and everything. And I was realizing I was coming home really early. There wasn't really anybody at home at that point, so I'm like, okay, maybe I should change this a little bit. And then Mary Sims, uh, the second semester, she invited me to come to Rotaract. She said I would be a very good fit. I should come. They were having like an open house meeting, so and 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 um it was with like free food. I mean, free food. Why why
I'm there.
you say no to that free food at Manor. And I'm like, okay, I'll come and check it out. And then when I was there, I'm like, man, I love this. Like, I should like try to be the vice president. And
Hmm.
it happened like that. And I I ran for vice president. My pinning ceremony was March 1st, and then I was really into it. And then later I would become the president, and we would start doing a thing for the Eagles Autism
Hmm.
campaign. So that was a couple years later. But yeah, that first year, Rotaract was really the only thing I was involved with. But the second year, I realized my classes were really spread out. I had a couple classes with Professor J.P. Lutz, another mentor of mine who I work for right now, and
Hmm.
he and the and the there was there was like a class at 3:45, there's a class at 2:30. So I'm like, all right, so let's see. Maybe I should involve myself with some more things. And then I joined one of my favorite groups, the campus activity board. It was awesome. I loved like because like I have a very marketed mind, so I loved coming up with great ideas for events, ways we could improve them. And really I loved like listening to the students and talking to them. So that was fun. And then a dream came true earlier that summer when the cross country and track clubs opened up, and I had so much fun. I had so many coaches that I was under, like so many. There were so many assistant coaches who I'm still connected with now. So many teammates I had, and it was just a great experience. Like I loved just like expanding what I was doing. I won a lot of great awards. Like I won the MVP one year. I won the coaches award. It was so fun. Like it was such a great experience. So yeah, no, I really loved being involved at Manor, um, and then people started calling me Mr. Manor because I was just so involved. I was helping them, and it just became my tagline and everything. And I really ran with it, you know.